There's 5 rules on this channel. Rule number 1, what I say goes. Rule number 2, I'm in charge. Rule number 3, no cuts, no butts, no coconuts. Rule number 4, we don't talk about rule number 4. Rule number 5, you're never too old to watch kids shows. Which is why today we're ranking British kids shows. I've done a little tier list because we're getting high production value up in here. So we've got the first tier, Oscar worthy, tear shedding masterpiece. Then we've got pretty good, watchable, well, and then we've got cheeks, should be burned, and last but not least we've got harrowing, agitating, and everything wrong with the world. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. So anyway, right, first one on the list, we have Swashbucklers. I loved Swashbucklers. Let me tell you something. I would sit at home on the couch watching Swashbucklers and just be so, like, the type of envy we talk about in the Bible. I'd be so envious of all the people, like, oh my god, just please let me go looking for all them diamonds, bro. I haven't watched it in a while, so I don't really know what I'm talking about. All I know is it was absolutely class, and anyone who says otherwise needs to get their head sorted, because it was actually really good from what I remember. And it's like, you know what, right? I think modern TV shows like The Traitors is like low-key copying off Swashbucklers. Think about it for a minute, yeah? Think about it. You've got tasks in both of them. Do you know what I mean? I'd like to see Swashbucklers, but like adult version. I think Swashbucklers we don't go big yet, and we put it in pretty good, because I'm waiting for something good. I'm waiting for something really, really good to go in that special top tier. Swashbucklers, pretty good tier. Go-Getters. I'm showing my age here. Go-Getters is from 2015. What I remember from Go-Getters is I'd watch it when it was, when it was rainy. It was like inside time. It was indoor break, as we used to call it. 2 really vivid episodes that are like vivid in my mind. And it's the one where they go get the go see like Komodo dragons and that, which I thought was quite cool. It was in one of my top 3 indoor break cartoons. So I reckon we give that, because it was educational rubbish. It wasn't like amazing, but it was like, you know what, right? It's okay. So we'll give that a watchable, because it's like okay, but it's not good enough it's not on Swashbucklers level. Jesus Christ, no. That's why they put it on at school. Okay, next one, Numberjacks. I understand that I've just said all that about educational rubbish, but this is one of the educational shows that they didn't even show at school, which I think is appalling. Well, they didn't in my class, but I used to watch Numberjacks at home, and let me tell you something about Numberjacks. It was absolutely brilliant. You got Spooky Spoon, you've got also, do you know that thing where it's like you're meant to block out trauma? That's why I don't remember much of the Number Taker, because I blocked him out of my brain. The Problem Blob, I remember the Problem Blob. It was quite problematic, if you ask me. He's posted some things on Twitter, let me just tell you that. The puzzler is genuinely, you can't walk down the street without seeing like 3 people who look like the puzzler. He's got the most generic face, but like also like the most unique at the same time. I've seen so many people in my life. I literally see them on a day-to-day basis. How many people look like the puzzler is mad. Either way, Numberjacks was still peak. I think Numberjacks gets it pretty good, I'm predicting that this tier list is going to be like top heavy. Anyway, next one, Peter Rabbit. I used to watch Peter Rabbit. It's another indoor break thing, because I didn't really watch cartoons like outside of school after like I turned 6? I didn't even do that on purpose. When I was about 6 or 7, that's when I stopped watching cartoons, and I started watching Friends for some reason. Don't know where that came from. I think it's because my mum used to watch it. Anyway, I used to love Benjamin. Benjamin was such a little... I love Benjamin, man. I do remember watching Peter Rabbit, and I remember, like... I can remember the characters, I just can't remember... Because I know that there was, like, 3 villains. The Hedgehog. I disliked the Hedgehog, because I just didn't like the Hedgehog, because I thought she was a bit, like, shut up, man. You know what I mean? Peter Rabbit was actually good. Peter Rabbit, the film that came out in, like, 2015? That would have been... Honestly, that would have been such a good film if James Corden wasn't in it. Peter Rabbit, as a film, is class. Peter Rabbit is a show, again, class. Yeah, Peter Rabbit, that gets a solid, like, pretty good from me. I told you this would be top heavy. Pretty good. Okay, next, Ben and Holly. Oh, Ben and Holly. Gaston. I love Gaston. My favourite, because I know everybody's like, oh my gosh, Nanny Plum is so funny, man. There's one episode that sticks in my head, and it's the one where she's like, I think it's the queen, and she's like baking all the stuff with like she's baking, and she makes like these cakes and the rock hard. Like me. Surely there's some correlation between Ben and Holly and Peppa Pig. And that's like common knowledge. I think I've just found like some cinematic, absolutely crazy stuff. Anyway, Ben and Holly gets a solid watchable. It wasn't my favourite when I was growing up, but it's like, it's up there, you know? Like, you know what I mean? Baby Jake, that kid that eats peas all the time, that's like in my head constantly. And I was thinking the other day, what's that thing off with like the kid in the window and it's got like green cheeks? It's off Baby Jake. I don't remember much of Baby Jake, but I know there's like this ugly rabbit in it. I remember the wheat field. I always thought that was a bit weird. The wheat field at the start where he's running through the windmill. I think that gets a well. Are you gonna move? Well. I think that gets a well. Okay, what's... Oh, let's play. Let's play. Let's play. Let's play. Let's have an adventure today. That's gonna get copyrighted. No, because I had perfect pitch. No, but I don't remember. Again, I don't remember much of Let's Play. But I do remember, I'm pretty sure I watched it at school. Again, indoor break. All I can remember is the intro. And it's like, I swear they would like dress up or something. And then they'd go and like become this like thing or something. I'm pretty sure. From what I can remember, this is based off stuff I remember. I'm not going back and rewatching the clips because I'm far too old to be watching it. You're never too old to watch kids shows. I remember Let's Play. I do remember every time it came on, it was in one of my top 3 cartoons. But Let's Play was actually kind of good. There must have been something because I can't remember the episodes, but I do remember the feeling that it gave me. And it was honestly one of the best feelings in the world. Every time I'd hear that theme tune, I'd be sat on the carpet and I'd be like, oh my god, it's so good. Since I don't remember any of the episodes, I'm going to assume that it didn't stick out to me. And I've seen clips of it on TikTok and I'm like, diabolically low production value, graphics are shocking, editing shocking. So I'm going to say it's cheeks, just because I had the weirdest taste in stuff when I was a kid. I'm pretty sure, because I just like, honestly, some of the best things I've ever watched are about nothing. Rocky Horror, what's it about? Absolutely nothing. Monty Python, what's it about? Absolutely nothing. Therefore, I think Let's Play's cheeks, even though I thought it was really good at the time. Rara! Rara! Again, indoor break. Absolutely peak times. Shout out Molly, by the way, because she reminded me of this. Rara is just perfect, because I think it's just so good. Like, the way the characters look just made me so happy when I was little. And I was like, oh my god, it's Rara. Rara is so good, man. I just love, like, the way the characters like look. And, like, I just thought it was so good, man. Like, there's nothing else to say about it. Rara is actually so good. But I don't think it's good enough for Oscar-worthy tear-shedding masterpiece. Not just yet. I'm saving that for something extremely special. And it's not even the plot lines at the end of the day. It's just the characters. They just look mint and I love them. Alright, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna put Rara in the pretty good tier list. However, we have not locked in everything yet, so there is still time to move Rara up to Oscar-worthy tear-shedding masterpiece. Next, In the Night Garden. Oh my god, again, In the Night Garden is absolutely class. I love In the Night Garden. It's so just... Oh. Macapaka, I think Macapaka was my favourite, and I like the Pontipines, I like the Wattingers. Yeah, I swear the Wattingers and the Pontipines had like beef or something like that. Who else is there? Oh my god, I'm gonna have to go on the WikiHow. But yeah, Macapaka was my favourite character. Just because he was just mint. At the end of the day, Macapaka is just voted, and I know that sounds like me just being like, oh, silly goofy. I genuinely believe Macapaka is such a good character. He's honestly my favourite character. I love Macapaka. I actually love Macapaka, man. It's not even funny anymore. I love Macapaka. In the Night Garden might be getting Oscar-worthy performance, you know. First, top tier of the video goes to In the Night Garden. Please can we just get like some appreciation for In the Night Garden. Alright, next up, Andy's Dinosaur Adventures. Again, indoor break. But when it came on, I used to love it. Andy's Dinosaur Adventures were just brilliant. I remember I always used to get so anxious for him when I was little. Because I'd be like, oh my god, he's not going to make it back in time. He's not going to get there. He's not going to get there. And then he got there. And it's like, oh my god, he's so tough, man. But Andy's Dinosaur Adventures, you don't know true peak until you've seen Andy's Dinosaur Adventures. Obviously, earned itself a place in the pretty good section. Right, next one. Teletubbies. I love the Teletubbies. I actually do like the Teletubbies. I think it's class. I love Paul, man. And Lala. If I had to do a tier list of the Teletubbies, I'd say Paul number 1, Lala number 2, 3 Tinky Winky, 4 Dipsy. I didn't like Dipsy. I thought she was a bit annoying. I remember those Teletubby babies that came out as I was like giving up cartoons. Like I thought, you know what, Lavana, you're addicted to cartoons. You're gonna have to go to rehab. So when I started like just stop watching cartoons because I realised I was watching too much. Like Teletubby babies came out. I was like, oh my god, Teletubby babies are so cute, man. I was like, what, 6? And I was like, oh my god, I want a Teletubby baby. And I would watch the Teletubby babies and I'd be like, oh, they're so cute, man. But then there was like 7 of them. They also changed the animation style for them because Teletubbies are like people in a costume. But then the Teletubby babies are like CGI. Why isn't it going up? No. Right, next we have Horrible Histories. Yeah, I'm about to dox myself right now. I love history, and it's mainly because of Horrible Histories. And in year 7, I had this external fixture, basically, which meant I was bedridden for a long time. So what I'd do is I'd end up just sitting on the couch and watching the telly. And I remember I watched Horrible History season 1 to 5 over and over and over again. So I'd watch season 1, get to the end of season 5, and I'd be like, right, rerun it, put it back on, watch it again. And I remember, this is year 7, by the way. Oh my god. Right, I'll tell this story in a second. I actually love Horrible Histories though. Genuinely, it's so good. And everything from the people from early Horrible Histories is so good. Going back to Horrible Histories, this is really embarrassing. I have no clue why I'm saying this. But I used to listen to the songs unironically, and I'd have them on my Spotify. And what I did was I had Horrible Histories version, normal version, Horrible Histories version, normal version. I was so obsessed with Horrible Histories to the point where one time I got invited to this girl's sleepover and we were doing karaoke. They were all singing stuff like Olivia Rodrigo songs, Taylor Swift. Do you want to know what little year 5 me decided to karaoke sing? I'm not going to look you in the eye when I say this. It was a Horrible History song. Worst decision ever. That caused a diabolical domino effect of spiraling and losing friends and stuff. We don't talk about that for obvious reasons. I've only got myself to blame at the end of the day. Again, another Oscar-worthy performance. There it is up there. Alright, next. Tums. I've literally, like, just before I hit record, I rang my dad up and I was like, Dad, what's that program that we used to watch when it was like the numbers and there was like these raccoon things? And I'm convinced I'm the only person who watched this because no one else talks about it. And I think it gets so, like, it doesn't get enough recognition for how good it was. The Tums, I remember the Tums was genuinely one of my top 5 cartoons of all time. I think the Tums was class. I think it's another Oscar-worthy tear-shedding masterpiece. I genuinely believe that. The Tums is so good. Like, the Tums, it's... Oh my god. It's because they had numbers on their bellies. Like Tums. Number tummies. Someone get the FBI on the phone right now. Tell them to hire me because I've just discovered the undiscoverable. It gets pretty good. Number blocks. Again, it's another year 1 thing. I didn't really like 5 because I thought, you know what, you're getting too big for your boots. And then they had like 6, 7, 8 and 9 and 10. I hate 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 because I'm like, you think you're mint because you're more than 5 and stuff. You think you're way too good to be here. And I think you shouldn't be here because you new characters. Like, oh, the audience is growing up a bit now, so we're gonna add 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And it's like, at the end of the day, we don't want 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We just want 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that is going in the... It's literally about now as well, so I'm putting that in the cheeks as well. Okay, next up, Alpha Blocks. Alpha Blocks was one of the first cartoons I was watching in, like, primary, like, for indoor break and stuff. And I thought Alpha Blocks was genuinely quite good. I liked, my favourite letter. You know the green one? The green girl. Yeah, my favourite was P. I loved P. P was my favourite letter for the number blocks. I liked L. Let me know what your favourite letters were from the alpha block. But alpha block gets a pretty good from me. Next up, 64 Zoolaine. I didn't start the first time I ever seen 64 Zoolaine was in, again, it was like year 1, year 2. And I was like, it was the first time I'd seen it and I was like, oh, I don't want to watch it. I want to watch like number blocks or something because I've never seen it before and I don't know what to expect. And then everyone else in my class was like, oh my god, yeah, 64 Zoolaine, so good. Never heard of it before. And I only ever watched like 3 episodes in primary school. I thought it was quite buns when I watched it. I was like, you know what, this is genuinely quite terrible. I watched one decent episode. I use the term good loosely, but 64 Zoolaine should be burned. That's nothing against 64 Zoolaine. Actually, you know what it is? I don't think 64 Zoolaine's good. Alright, next up, Charlie and Lola. Apparently, I used to laugh like loads at this one bit where she says like Piccolo or something, and I like, she'd say Piccolo and I'd be ha! Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh my god. But Charlie and Lola, from what I remember, Charlie and Lola was so good. I used to watch it all the time. Charlie and Lola is actually a masterpiece. I think Charlie and Lola gets it pretty good, you know. Right, next we have Abney and Teal. I remember the little onion, like, radish looking thing. I loved that little onion radish looking guy. He was so cute, man. Like, I used to have like characters that I'd be like, oh my god, they're so cute, man. When I was little, I'd have characters and I'd be like, they genuinely bring a tear to my eye sometimes. When I think about them, I'd cry over them sometimes. It's 3 years old, by the way. So before you say, oh my god, this guy cries himself to sleep over the little radish guy from Abney and Teal, I was 3 years old. Abney and Teal gets a well from me. Oh my god. Right, another show that doesn't get enough recognition is Gigglebiz. Gigglebiz is, honestly, I think Gigglebiz is great. I think anybody who says otherwise is an idiot. Gigglebiz was one of my favourite shows ever. But Gigglebiz is, honestly, I think... Oh my god, and then the intro, like, they're all in different bubbles and that. It's all Justin Fletcher. Justin Fletcher, what a guy, by the way. Gigglebiz, that gets an Oscar-worthy, tear-shedding masterpiece. And I stand by that opinion. Speaking of Justin Fletcher, we have Justin's House. Justin's House, it's a place you want to play in. Justin's House, it's a place you want to go. Justin's House, something. And I forgot the rest of the words. But Justin's House was just brilliant. Justin's House, the little green monster in the cupboard. Robert the Robot, who looks mad without makeup, by the way. I think it gets another Oscar-worthy tear-shedding masterpiece just because it was just so good. I can't even express how good it was at the end of the day. Alright, next up, Bing. Again, Indoor break, wet break. I didn't understand Bing. Well, the animals, but then what are those little sack things that follow them about? What even are they? And how do they even have the rights to look after these animals, by the way? These little sack things are looking after these animals that are like double the size of them. We'll put in, Right, last but not least, we have Octonauts. Octonauts, again, wet break, but it's like one of those things where it's like, thank God it's wet break because I can watch Octonauts. It's just so good. I remember there's a polar bear man, there's a penguin. The penguin was my favourite, by the way. Oh no, it's the one who my favourite was the dog girl with the hat and the pink dress and the yellow sleeves. I think Octonauts, although it was good, I think it like gave me a fear of the ocean. I'm scared of like the deep ocean. Octonauts was one of the things that gave me that fear. So for that, I think pretty good despite the generational trauma. That's it for today. So let me know if you disagree or agree with my tier list. Yeah, like and subscribe and I'll see you in another one. Bye. Justin's house, it's a place you wanna play in.